Hi, lovely people. Welcome to my channel once again. The name is Zop Lady. Don't forget Zop Lady. And today I'm going to treat the topic home filing under the happy mother, happy wife. Yes, and to be a happy mother and to be a happy wife, you need to be a well-organized wife and a well-organized mother to be happy. So come along with me. Let's do the home filing together. I have my topic divided into two parts. We have the theory part and then we'll do the practical. So come along with me. Let's start with the theory part first. And then after, we go right onto the practicals. Okay, see you in my theory part. Okay, so home filing. There are three types of filing, yeah, everywhere in the world. We have the alphabetical filing, numerical filing, and then alphanumeric. And when we talk about the alphabetical filing, we're talking about arranging the alphabet in a chronological order. So for instance, if you have a file dedicated to utilities, you name electricity, water, telephone bill, garbage. All these things, you realize that they have alphabet starting with them. So electricity will definitely have to come first. And then you have garbage coming second. And then you also have telephone bill coming third. So this is what when we talk about alphabetical order, this is what we mean by alphabetical order. Then we go on to the numeric. Numeric is just talking about labeling your file according to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so here it's also very simple. Maybe if you have 3 children, you have firstborn, secondborn, and thirdborn. Then you write first, second, third. So this is a way of filing your document. Then we also have the alpha numeric. So alphanumeric simply talks about adding alphabets and numbers. So an example would be A1, B2, C3, D4. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. So this is what, when we're talking about the different types of filing system we have, this is just a typical example that I have just demonstrated to you. Please, let's go to the next point. That is, there are some basic filing steps that we undertake. This place, I wouldn't dwell so much into it because it is more of the office setup type. So when we get into my career development, how I advance in my career life, I will throw more light on that particular one. But then for knowledge sake, I'll just take you through and then I'll move on to the next step. Yeah, so we have the conditional basic filing, then we have the releasing, we also have the indexing, and then we also have the coding. Now I move on straight to the 5 methods of filing. In everything we do in life, there are methods that guide us. Filing is no different. So filing also have methods that you need to follow. So let me take you through the methods of filing. So we have the subjects, we have the alphabetical, we have the numbers, we have place or geographical, then we have the date. Yeah, so dates, you also kind of file them in a chronological order. Now, one would say, yeah, what is all these filing system all about? I'm a housewife, I'm a working wife, but I don't work in the filing department. Why do I have to bother myself with filing? This is the reason why you should be more interested in the filing. So let me take you through the process of filing. Yeah, that is the theory part. So before you start with all your filing system, you must have a dedicated place. If you have enough room, I will recommend that you use one of your rooms as an office where you put in your documents that are ready for filing. Yeah, but then if you do not have enough rooms in your house, I will also recommend that you can put all the documents you gather in a box and then keep it under lock. Yeah, it is really important, especially when you have toddlers at home. They just destroy anything at all they find. So to keep your documents safe, I recommend that you put them in a safe place, in a box, anywhere you find safe. Please put those documents there for you future use. Now, if you are ready to do your filing, I will recommend that you categorize all your filing under those names. So an example would be maybe for the children's file, daddy's or husband's file, the wife or mommy's file, yeah, and then utility files. So these are things that you need in your home, yeah. So you gather, so you try to arrange all these files the documents according to the names that I have just mentioned. But you are not supposed to also go strictly by what I am saying, but what you also find as example where you have to arrange those files separately, I encourage you to do the same, yeah. Then after you have finished sorting out all those documents according to wife, husband, children, there are some receipts or some documents you do not really need. You have to discard them. If you are very fortunate and you have a shredder at home, I recommend that you shred all those documents. But if you also have a limited budget and you cannot buy a shredder, there's this common way you have to do it. Just burn it, yeah. But if you're also environmentally concerned, I also encourage you that don't burn, but rather take your time and then do hand shredding, yeah. So if you want to do hand shredding, it's also simple. You know how to shred, but cut them, especially the most important document that you do not want anybody to lay hands on. Try and shred them into tiny pieces, yeah. Okay, and then after you have finished discarding all those documents you do not need, it is important that you have a file, yeah. So we have different types of filing, file, the ARC file, the flat file, we have various files, but I like the ARC file. So this is the ARC file, yeah. So this is an example of the ARC file. So I have labeled, you can see that I have labeled my file. So immediately I'm looking for any document. To be a happy wife, it is also very good to be well organized, that immediately you need any document, you just pull your file out and then you have your documents and it is safe for you, yeah. So you label them nicely and then you start filing. And then, so this brings me to the end of the theory aspect. Now to start filing is also the beginning of the practical. So come along with me, let's do the filing together, yeah. Yes, over here, I'm going to use the ring file. So this is how the ring file looks like. Yeah, so you open it up. So this is the ring file. So I'm just taking you through the tools you need for the practicals. So it's either an ARC file or ring file, but my preference will be the ARC file. And because I have those sensitive documents, I don't want to use mine or ARC file to do the demonstration. So I'm going to use the ring file. Yeah. You also need a staple pin. So this is a staple pin. Yeah, a staple pin. Then you need a perforator. Yeah, you need a perforator. In other jurisdiction, they call it the punch. The punch. But where I come from, when you say perforator, this is what we mean by perforator. Then you need your marker to write, to label, marker or pen. If you do not have marker, you can also use a pen to write, yeah. Then you also have glue. So the glue also helps you in gluing your receipts or your vital document together and on a separate paper to file. I recommend this, that every home, every organized wife, every happy wife must have a glue at home. Then you have the stapler, yeah. Other jurisdiction, they call it the staple machine, yeah. I prefer to call it just the stapler. So this is the stapler. And then you also have the file divider. So it comes in different colors. So different colors, yeah, different colors, yeah. So it also helps in dividing and then sorting your file, and also adds more to being organized, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to, after I've shown you all the documents, all the materials you need, I'm now going to demonstrate to you how to file. So first of all, I have labeled my utilities and then others. Okay, and then there one that you can also write others when they don't fall under any of these categories. Yeah, when they don't fall in any of these categories, you could also simply just write others, where if you are finding, so I write others. Of course, it's not good to write on the same, using the same color to write on this on the same color card. So I should have used black, but what I already have available is red. So now I have 4 file dividers. You can see salaries, water, electricity, and others. Now I'm going to arrange them alphabetical. You know, earlier on in my discussion, I did mention the types of filing. This is alphabetical filing. So now I'm going to arrange them chronologically. So what will come first will be electricity, E. Yeah, electricity will come first. Then you have O coming second, that is others. Then water, no, salary. Yeah, okay, so help me with the alphabet. Yeah, salary comes. Water bill comes, and then salary comes last. Yeah, so this is arranging them chronologically. Yeah, and then the coding, as I told you that I was going to also discuss it in my next video when I have to talk about career. So we also have the color coding. So I've colored, so anytime you see any file with orange, per my definition in my home, how I like to run it is to have it coded orange. Yeah, others I called it red. Yeah, water green, and then S salary. Yeah, so this is how I have coded my colors in my filing system, my home filing. Now, after I have finished sorting them out, I will then have my receipts. You know, we have this type of receipt. For reference, for future reference sake, I will advise you to make a photocopy of such receipt, because these receipts, they fade with time. They fade with time. So it's very important if you have vital, but then of course, if you immediately do not have access to a copier, you could also write it out and then paste it on the same paper. So now, some people will prefer to staple, yeah, staple it, and then do what? File. But I prefer, of course, this is a matter of preference. I'm not saying stapling the receipt is wrong. For me, the reason why I don't like to staple my receipt is that when you staple it with time, it can even take off, it can peel off. Yeah, it's easy to peel off. Or in other words, your file becomes bulky and it doesn't look so nice. And for you to be an organized person, I prefer you take the staple pin out. But as I said, it's a matter of preference. But the reason why I prefer the gluing system, I'll also tell you. So now you have your receipt, you glue the back. So this is my glue. I open it, you push the bottom. You push the bottom up. Yeah, immediately it comes up. Then you glue. You glue it. You see how I'm gluing? You glue it from any direction, but then make sure every part of the paper is glued. And some people also don't want the glue to stick to their fingers. So you have the cover of the glue, holding it firm for you so that you are able to glue it nicely. Yeah, so you glue. Then after gluing, then you stick it to an A4 paper. It could be a new A4 paper sheet, or you could also have a used A4 paper. So if you have a used A4 paper, please don't use where that have information on. Just cross it out. Cross it out. So an example, let's say if this is an information here, you just cancel it. You just cross it out. Yeah, you cross it out, and then you use the fresh page, the fresh part, as the receipt holder for you. Now, after you finish gluing the receipt, you fold it into two equal parts. Fold it into two equal parts. Yeah, and then the edge, you press it hard. Yeah, only this part. So when you do this, you find the middle of the paper. Yeah, have you seen it here? You find the middle of the paper, and then you use your perforator. You know, in the perforator, there's this tiny triangle. You can see it from here. Yeah, the tiny triangle here. Yeah, the pointed part where you have made the line, you make sure you insert it. Yeah, the point, it's directly on it. You can see it. Yeah, then you perforate it. Make sure it is so close to the other edge of the perforator, so you have an even and equal part. Yeah, then you perforate it. Yeah, you press it hard before you release it. Now you can see that my paper is equally perforated. You do this to achieve aligned papers in your file. If you do not do it, what happens is that okay, so as you are done with that, now you put your paper, your receipts in here first, then you put your file divider in it. Yeah, you can see your file divider. Then you can also sort, you also do others, you repeat the same process. You put your salary, then you put your others, then you put your electricity, then voila, you are done. Yeah, you are done. And then now immediately you open your file. Any receipt from 2019, 2020, you have the receipts here. You open, you find. You know, filing is for archiving. It helps you. Yeah, so you can see it here. Yeah, neatly done. So you're looking for some documents, especially if you have to fill in some form somewhere, tenancy agreement somewhere. They always request that you bring a utility forms, any of your utility. It's readily available. You don't go screaming, "Where is my receipt? I can't find it. So this is the road to becoming a happy wife and a happy mother. So I'd like to say bye-bye. See you next time. See you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't forget to tell a friend about Zop Lady. Subscribe, like my videos. All the best. Bye-bye.